Double J and Renee. That was me talking over Takuro Shibata, the Japanese language announcer. I'm, of course, Excalibur, joined by Nigel McGuinness, the voice of not only New Japan Pro Wrestling, but Stardom as well. Walker Stewart, great to have you here for this night, Forbidden Door. CMLL, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Stardom, and All Elite Wrestling together in one place tonight.
And a very recent addition to the card here tonight, gentlemen. Daniel Garcia takes on Drilla Moloney to kick off our zero-hour buy-in. I cannot wait for the action at Forbidden Door. It is a pleasure to be here in San Jose.
Of course, everybody very familiar with the Death Riders. Daniel Garcia, Marina Shafir leading the press ups there. Tell us a little bit about Drilla Moloney.
We'll talk about Drilla Moloney soon enough, but this is a man who recently challenged for his first piece of IWGP Gold not too long ago, looking to try and move forward in momentum in a G1 Climax 36 this year.
England, weighing 220 pounds, Drilla Moloney.
Drilla Moloney's had experience. That's $2 in the jar already tonight.
3 times you get a prize.
Drilla Moloney's had experience inside an AEW ring before, albeit as part, or when he was a member of Bullet Club. Bullet Club, since the last time we've seen Drilla Moloney, has gone their separate ways, as have Los Ingobernables de Japón. They have come back together, in the disparate members of those two groups, Walker, have come back and joined an Unbound Company.
First they were unaffiliated, then they were Unbound Company, and while all the members of Bullet Club War Dogs have made headways here in All Elite Wrestling this year, Drilla Moloney has chosen to stay directly in New Japan Pro Wrestling, representing the Lion Mark here tonight in in-ring competition.
Moloney in fantastic shape here. I've known Moloney for a number of years, followed his career. He has certainly stepped up. But tell us a little bit about Unbound Company. They're going to be in action on the Forbidden Door pay-per-view coming up.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing Shingo Takagi and Teton take on the Young Bucks and El Sky teams, Mascara Dorada and Mystico later on in our main card. And Drilla Moloney, recently a joint tag team partner with Shingo Takagi, who we'll see later on tonight. But Moloney, now this is an individual that you really have to watch out for in a way like this.
Daniel Garcia, no shortage of confidence. However, the last time we saw Daniel Garcia this past Wednesday night on Dynamite, he was left laying by Swerve Strickland. That vertebreaker seemed to really affect Garcia adversely. So bears watching whether Moloney is familiar with that injury and whether he targets the neck of Daniel Garcia.
Garcia looking rather sprightly, given 4 days away. Well, look at this. What bravado.
Drilla Moloney's not exactly the type of guy that you want to test a strike game with, but if anyone can match him, it might be Daniel Garcia here.
Garcia, the shoulder tackle. Moloney comes back with one of his own and takes Garcia off his feet. A second one. And Garcia to the outside, trying to recollect himself as Moloney left inside the ring. You see Marina Shafir at ringside.
Telling Garcia to calm down, take some breaths, take all the momentum away from Moloney, who literally drilled the former TNT champion.
Garcia hard into the barricade, and Moloney follows it up. Knife edge chop across the chest. And you see at the top of our screen, just over 48 minutes away from Forbidden Door. Coming up, oh, Garcia over the barricade into the front row.
Pound for pound, one of the hardest strikers in the game is Drilla Moloney, and AEW getting a taste of it tonight.
Took one look at Marina Shafir and didn't want any part of that, with good reason.
The fans still filing into the SAP Center here in San Jose. I mentioned Forbidden Door coming up at the top of the hour, live on pay-per-view. You can join us on HBO Max. Just visit hbomax.com/AEW. Oh, Moloney. Mistake. Got too occupied with Marina Shafir on the outside. Lost track of Daniel Garcia, and Garcia, the dragon screw, followed up by the elbow strike, sends Moloney spilling to the floor.
And Daniel Garcia is such an intelligent wrestler, and Drilla Moloney has a lot of brains, but a lot more brawn on that man. It's going to be difficult to face a man like Garcia here.
And internationally, fans, you can join us for Forbidden Door on Prime Video, My AEW, DAZN, YouTube.com, PPV.com, and main event as Moloney hard into the steps by the Death Rider Garcia.
Garcia, ooh, very easily influenced. Young man who joined the Death Riders not too long ago.
Yeah, I believe he was easily influenced by you at one point.
Oh, well.
Not so evilly influenced of late. No, I certainly haven't forgotten. We came to blows very recently, albeit seemingly by accident.
Marina Shafir hyping up Garcia, telling him to really lay it in with those elbow strikes, but I'm not sure Garcia needs that much encouragement. Garcia closing the distance. And leaps with the drop kick to the right of our Spanish announce desk.
It's a glancing blow as Moloney tried to get out of the way, so a very awkward landing.
Garcia, he may have, actually when he went over the barricade a few moments ago, may have clipped his head on the unprotected concrete, so maybe still feeling the effects of that, or...
There we go. Yeah, you have a word, do you?
Wow.
I'd concentrate on him if I were you, Sunshine.
Garcia perhaps still feeling the effects of that vertebreaker from Swerve Strickland this past Wednesday night as Garcia now maneuvering the leg of Moloney. Garcia has identified his target, Walker, and it is the left leg of Drilla Moloney.
Yeah, but I think Drilla Moloney is going to have a very pointed target as well.
The official's back.
Oh, come on.
This is Death Rider business, and Marina Shafir behind the back of referee Stefan Smith very narrowly got caught in the act, but...
Well, that's disgusting.
You're going to argue with her, Walker? Go and have a word to her.
I've seen many of it.
I was going to say, you've called plenty of House of Torture matches.
Well, hey, thank the lucky stars not tonight. Daniel Garcia and Joe Moloney here. There's a lot of similarities you can draw between these two men, but for Unbound Company and the Death Riders, it's all about the results, and the results got to be put in here on the Forbidden Door buy-in.
I want to talk about the results. It was Daniel Garcia that suffered the loss when he and John Moxley teamed up against Bandito, which gave Bandito the inspiration to challenge the Continental title.
That will be coming up later on Forbidden Door. Bandito looking to unseat the AEW Continental Champion John Moxley later on tonight. And Moloney right hand as Garcia. Garcia was looking for that dragon screw and found it eventually.
I will say this as Garcia attempts for the ankle lock there in the center. Moloney's got to get to that rope quickly.
And Moloney has a slight history of injury to that knee there, gentlemen, and right now this is looking dangerous more than ever.
The leg laced, making it even more difficult for Moloney to maneuver out of it.
But Moloney, though, hammering down on Garcia, trying to force him to relinquish the grip, but Garcia holding on tight to that leg. Marina Shafir, like what you're saying. Oh, Moloney, the counter.
No.
Just a 2 count, drop kick to the knee. As people still filing into the SAP Center here ahead of Forbidden Door, coming your way live on pay-per-view at the top of the hour.
Garcia in clear control here. Long ago, we would have got a bit of a dancing Daniel Garcia in the corner, but all business now, right hands, and really laying in those fists. Gotta be careful he doesn't break those knuckles.
Oh, Nigel, I thought you almost spoke too soon there. We're not going to see any dancing here tonight on the buy-in, not from Daniel Garcia.
You can put your singles away, Walker. I saw you getting your wallet out.
But Garcia caught Moloney charging in, knee to the midsection, though. Moloney looking to reverse the suplex. Had Garcia inverted, but Garcia slips free. Back elbow, Garcia on the move. Moloney leapfrog. Went for the trip, didn't find it, but found the drop kick instead. However, Moloney, you can see, still laboring with that knee injury.
The earlier offense from Garcia has certainly paid dividends as Marina Shafir willing her Death Rider teammate back to his feet.
And as this match continues, remember, just over 40 minutes away from Forbidden Door, coming up live on pay-per-view. You can join us on HBO Max. It's hbomax.com/AEW. As Moloney and Garcia, as you mentioned, Walker, it's not I don't think Garcia wants to get into a prolonged strike exchange with Moloney.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Joe Maloney's really looking to put something on here in the West for the first time in a long time. And a shot like that's going to lead him a long distance.
Maloney, Garcia slumped in the corner, closes the distance, and Garcia boot up into the jaw.
All the time in the world there, but wait a second. Oh!
Beautiful.
High stack cover made. Garcia, though, escapes.
That's going to be advantageous for Joe Moloney. That man's going to be looking for his patented maneuver, the Drilla Killa, sometime in the near future. But first, a brief trip to the high skies.
Garcia down on the mat. Moloney to the top. Could be ill-advised.
Oh, yeah.
Pulls through.
Wow, I like it. Pick the leg right there.
And Garcia steps through, looking for the Dragon Tamer. And finds it. Maloney, center of the ring. Very deep water, Nigel.
A long way to go if Moloney's going to be able to force a break with the rope. There are a couple of escapes if he can reach back and find the leg of Garcia, but instead he's electing through brute force to force a break.
We've seen in the past, Nigel, when Garcia, he gets a little overwhelmed in that move, sometimes leans all the way back with it, giving his almost giving up his head to his opponent, which proved to be his undoing in the Continental Classic.
It certainly can become a factor, but by the looks of things, perhaps Garcia has learned a lesson or two. He actually must have learned a lot of lessons under the tutelage of not just John Moxley, but so many other people in the Death Riders who have added something to this young man's game.
And speaking of added to the game, Will Ospreay been training with the Death Riders as he prepares for this battle tonight, which he believes is his destiny to win the 2026 Owen Hart Foundation Men's Tournament. He will face Swerve Strickland tonight in one of our triple main events. Maloney.
Whoa, here we go.
Tremendous power.
That Drilla Killa. No.
Instead, Marina's
Right in front of the official as well.
Wow, that's blatant.
Whoa, Maloney. He nearly took Marina down. Garcia, the roll up. Close call for Maloney.
That was a saving grace for Daniel Garcia. There was Marina Shafir.
Look at Maloney there, just sticking his chin out.
And lefts and rights from Garcia. Paintbrushing Maloney. And now, twist and shout. Daniel Garcia tuning up the guitar in homage of sorts to New Japan Pro Wrestling President Hiroshi Tanahashi, who is in attendance here tonight.
The man who's in the building.
Well, was looking for the Volhang leg trip. Got caught, the power of Maloney.
And this might be it. Game over right here.
Kills it! 1, 2, 3.
It's over.
Here's your winner, Drilla Moloney.
The assist from old habits are hard to break. The assist from Marina Shafir was not enough.
Open the door.
Massive event, global implications.
6 on 6 in a steel cage.
The finals of the Owen Hart Tournament.
I think you could just get an opportunity to go to All In, not when Mercedes Moné is here.
By any means necessary. I fulfill my dream. The winner goes on to Wembley Stadium.
AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling, CMLL, and Stardom present Forbidden Door, a pay-per-view event.